Hey, you guys. How's it going?
Talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. Talk your face off. To talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off.
Hey, what is going on, you guys? Pablo is on his way. Thought we'd get things just kind of up and running here. It's really warm up here. I did not get up in here and turn on the AC today. And I now realize that was a big mistake. So it's on now. You can probably hear it buzzing and then cutting out when I stop talking. But it's going to be on as we go because it's hot up here. How is everybody doing? How are you all? See, Mir Deep, Axial 32. Hurry up, we're waiting. RC Jeep Guy, what's up? Racing Case 87. Yo. So Pablo's on the way. Dirk, what is going on, man? Pablo's on the way, and we've got some things to talk about. I know he's itching to get back, and I just dropped a new podcast at the end of last week. Going to get that rolling again. A lot of people have been asking for it. It's one of those things where you don't know really if people are listening because there's not like a comment section. But when it went away, I started hearing from people. And so we're going to bring it back. But I've been up in here. We've been working. It's cleaning out, making lots of space up in here to work again. Going to make another little studio space over here. All the cameras are up here again, so it'll hopefully be easier to shoot just going forward. So all of those things should make for good. I see Pablo checking in here. Going to be with us in just a minute. Pat. All is well in Wisconsin. Just bought MIP tools. I'm done with these Chinese tools. God, I love America. Scramblers are trash. Dang it. I was looking so hard. Like I just took a shower before I came up here because we were pressure washing today. What's going on, Pablo?
Hey.
We were pressure washing today. We were outside, and then I decided to edge part of the driveway.
Uh-huh.
Then I had to blow said edging away. The edger threw so much stuff at me. And then the blower, dust, and all that coming back, and I was just covered in dirt. I had to shower, so I had to find a shirt. I couldn't find my my scramble shirt. I was bummed. I went through my shirt twice. I have so many black shirts.
I know. You have to fold them a certain way is the trick, so you could see what the logo is.
Yep.
It's hilarious because it's like one of those things that's like I can never say that to my wife. Like, can you please fold these backwards? Because I can't see what shirt it is. Like, because I have like. So like I have all the black t-shirts and then I have all like this color, like army green t-shirt, like kind of thing. And it's like, I don't know which are my nice t-shirts and which one are my shop t-shirts. So I'm like,
yeah. But I was telling everybody, I don't know if you heard, but it's so hot up in this attic space of this garage right now.
Yeah.
I forgot to turn the AC on earlier to pre-cool it.
Oh, brutal. Yeah, I know. I'm warm down here and the fan is upstairs. And I didn't normally I change into shorts before I come down here, and I've got my work clothes on still, and I'm like, ugh.
Well, don't change into shorts right now.
All t-shirts get hung up.
All mine are hung up. They're all hung, and I'm sitting there, clink, 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 clink.
What?
And I have like 10 just straight black.
Wow. Do you guys have like walk-in closets
no designs?
Too?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
That's fancy.
They turned an old bedroom into
my wife has the closet when hers is a little like a walk-in cube kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I have 4 hangers in there, maybe 5, and then everything else is in my 2 dressers.
Yeah.
I don't get fancy. I like very, very, very rare do I get fancy.
Rare. See, every shirt turns into my shop shirt. I have a problem with that 100%. Too. Like I'm like, even tonight it's like, screw it. I'm gonna edge, and I'm wearing like I'm wearing Hey Dudes without socks, like, and nice shorts. My Duluth shouldn't be getting them all stained up and dirty.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the Duluth ones wash out pretty good, but I'm always worried that I've ruined them every time that I do it.
I
But
know.
yeah, I feel you. Everything turns into it.
Yeah. I get holes, burn holes and everything. It kills me.
Yes,
Dude.
I get the walk-in closet. Nicole uses dressers and the guest.
It was weird coming down here. Like I debated going to the shop, or not going to the shop, but going to the trailer.
Going into it.
Well, because their trailer is at the track right now. We were going to do a race this weekend. I decided not to. But I was like, do I go there and just do the live from the trailer?
Anybody is watching in your typical area, they could
There's
drive up to
nothing.
the track and...
There's nothing.
Okay. You don't have it wrapped or anything, do you? I mean, you have a big vinyl machine.
I might have the name on it.
You should just call it Three Amigos Scrap Hauling.
Scrap hauling. Dirty sock washing service.
Sewage implements.
Yeah.
And broken toilets.
Yep.
Nobody's going to steal that trailer.
Nope.
You do that.
Nope.
But, I mean... I got to the point where why did I put vanity tags on my truck? Because now I'm sitting in a hotel parking lot.
Does it say CCXRC?
It does.
Oh, wow.
It makes it really easy.
Wow.
It makes it really easy when you go into place what's your license plate number? And I'm always well, okay, yeah, I remember it. Because I never know my license plate number, but then it's oh, wait, I know it.
There's a trick for that, Tony. You take a picture of it, and then all you do is search license plate, and it pops up. And you're like, okay, this is for this car. This is for this car. There you go. Yeah, well, and maybe I was delivering papers.
You don't have to do that. But then I'm parked at a parking lot, and if I know there's other RC people there, and I'm yeah, I'm unloading my truck. I'm not leaving stuff under the tonneau cover. Crap.
I'm going to take out your Schrader valves next time I'm in the parking lot. That way you get flat tires and you're like, wait a minute.
I know. I think it'd be easier. I should just bring a spare license plate. And then if I'm at one of those things, just when I get to the hotel, change it.
That says CCXRC?
And just have it be have a Klingon sticker that's Joe's Dirt hauling and crap.
That's funny. And crap.
Yeah. Anyway. Joe RC Garage, you are so right. What's up, T? I have to say how amazing the Ascent 18 is. I thought I said a sham. It's not. It's a shame. Shame on me for being late to the party. It's my new favorite 18 scale. It is the best out of the box 18 scale. Even I'm including PureTech brushless ones.
What?
They can be made better, but out of the box, it just performs better.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good. You don't get that slow speed. You have slow speed, but it's got that
chug.
That hiccup moment they gotta blip through. But it's better than the Traxxas. Traxxas ones can be made good, but they just chose the wrong. I know why they did it, because the little kids that want to just play with it and have it do whatever. Big market. Can't be slow, but yeah, they found kind of this in between, and it's really good for just you could get it and not do anything to it, and it'd be okay capable. When you put brass wheels on it, and it's instantly and now we're competing.
Oh wow!
I could have won the comp this Thursday with mine, which is box stock, except brass wheels and megalithics on it because I had them in a.
Do you guys have an 18th scale class?
We do now.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yep. So that old snowmobile trailer one, they make that into the 18th scale, and then the long section, because there's way more 24 scale they still do for 24th.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought because I hit an early gate, I'm out. Somebody had, I thought 18. Turns out they had, I think, 20 something. And so there was another gate where I was close. I'm screw it. I'm just going for it. I'm not in it for this at this point.
Whiskey throttle. Here we go.
Yeah, and I hit it. And I should have just taken the winch because I could have been. I realized when I got to the last gate, I was competing for second, and I could have been competing for first because there weren't. I was expecting more, like for Dana to be at the score he had. I'm like, there must be like hard ones coming up
Yeah,
where I'm going to get those points. So
yeah.
I didn't think anything. I just didn't think it through. But anyway, it was stock. It was box stock except for brass wheels and those. And he has his is barely an Ascent anymore. It's
Yeah.
the suspension, the frame, transmission is now the Endura overdriven one. Cool cage on it, like
I
brass
feel like I've been
links
out
and
of that stuff for the at least for the mini stuff. I haven't followed any of that lately. It's just it died off out here. Like it's
really.
just yeah, it's like I think crawling in general out here. Maybe it's because we've had such nice weather. It's been kind of going away. That's what I said. I did. Maybe I was delivering papers
I
before.
missed that. That's hilarious.
No, I came down and I was like, oh, I don't have a hat on. I'm like
Yeah,
looking around. I'm like, oh, I have this hat,
nice.
fancy hat. It was that or my fedora from Cuba.
Yeah,
So I was like, headphones are kind of hard to wear with a fedora.
I'm gonna put scramblers on and take the win this time. I'm gonna get the W 18 scale with scramblers.
It's
I'm
killing
gonna
me.
call it. Actually don't have time to this week, but next week.
So when you're
Or-
comping now, so now are you comping like four different classes when you go out there?
No, I only ever choose to do two,
Okay.
so I'll drop one. So I'll either do, we call it class 3,
Uh-huh.
but it's not 4 steer. It's just like souped up.
Yeah, yeah.
So we do 1, 2, and 3. We don't do a 0. We have, yeah. So,
Gotcha.
one is box stock basically.
Mm-hmm.
2 is tire size, has to be a stock chassis, and it has to
Are you looking up the
be brushed.
qualifications
No, it
right
has to be
now?
brushed. I mean, those are the basic rules.
Yeah,
Tires
yeah,
can only be so big.
yeah.
And then the last one, class 3, is like pretty much your
Unlimited.
unlimited, except not 4 steer.
Mm,
Yep.
that's
So,
cool.
but yeah, I mean, it's a great class. But then we have 18 scale, and I don't know what the rules are for that. But no, there's a TRX 4M that was there last week. William was running, and he did pretty good. Like the three of us were all in like the 20 to 22 to 28, somewhere in there. And Travis, who's in here, said he got his Ascent 18 together and tested. His was the first one I ever ran, and I ran it at Walter RC, and all
Mhm.
he had was brass wheels, and I was like, "Holy crap! Like
Yeah.
this is good out of the box. This is real good out of the box."
Did you
So
get the pink one?
no, I would have. It was the day they announced it is when I got it, so they
Uh-huh.
weren't in the shops yet. So I got the blue gray, kind of the steel blue,
Yeah, yeah.
blue steel.
I'm getting an itch to get an RTR
Oh.
and go from the beginning on up for 10 scale.
Okay,
I've been kind of like,
just like a build.
yeah, I guess, or just kind of keep it RTR for a little bit and just see what it's like again to I don't really have many RTR stuff anymore. Like it's
No,
all custom stuff. So I'm like, it'd be kind of nice to have something just to go out there and crawl with again. I don't know. It's
an RTR stance, and I mean it's cheating out of the box. I mean it's a cheating RTR. It's
yeah.
not like your typical.
Well, okay, so I guess more of a trail truck. Like
And we
yeah,
started with a winner.
yeah, but you know what I mean? Like more of a trail truck kind of a thing because like right now like except for like the Lazarus car, like most of my cars are kind of cheater trucks right now. And I'm like, they're fun, but what's your typical trailer advice for the future trailer enthusiasts?
That's a good question.
For trailer as in like
I'm
your
thinking
situation
like a race trailer. Like
or
is
like
that what
yours?
or a crawler trailer with stuff on it?
Yeah, which one are you talking about? Because I could talk to the race trailer kind of thing. We're set up now, dude, and I've been talking to a company called Renogy about doing some off-grid power stuff,
Yeah.
solar powers or solar power and a battery. And like right now I have power station and I have solar panels,
Okay.
but the and that does pretty well, but we're kind of having high demand lately. So it's like when we do the 8 scale cars, the batteries to charge them, we're cycling through quite a bit. So if it's like a day like today where it's like 75 but overcast, this the solar isn't doing a whole lot with the cheap panels that I got. The nicer panels do a lot. Surprisingly, they do pretty well when it's overcast. The cheap ones, they're not really worth it, but they kind of just put a trickle on your power station. So he says race trailer
Yeah.
works out. Okay.
Let me say something that's gonna be a long answer to somebody. Ken Calhoun said he hasn't touched an RC in over a month. Been thinking of selling a few. That happens, man. You'll go through seasons like that, but you know you'll get an itch. So don't sell some of your favorites.
Yeah. Yeah.
you'll
For
I think
sure.
you'll feel that itch. I think we've all been there,
Yep.
and especially now, like it's one of the busiest times of the year of other things to do that are not
Of
RC.
other
There's
yeah.
so many other things.
Yeah.
Like me, right before this, like not only was I doing yard work, whatever, I got a new boat, and so I was fishing from 7:30 till 9:30, and then hauling booty to shower, try and find the scrambler shirt and get in here. All right,
Yeah.
so take it away with the trailer.
Okay, so trailer. One thing I would do. Are you able to? Do you have two screens or just one? Are
That's
you
true.
are you able to? Well, let's not do it that way. I was gonna say let's look up the stuff on Amazon. So cargo trailer, yes. So ours is a 7x14 Vinos. I redid. Should have checked the trash for that. Sure.
All right. So again, one more thing before we get going. So here's my take on Harley and tires. Like he's got skin in the game, so he can't admit to how great scramblers are because Vanquish is now selling. In fact, he talked about new releases. I know they're not 1.0s,
Yeah.
but RC 4-wheel drive is still now a tire competitor for them. So he can't let on to how good they really are, which is the best tire for the 1.0 inch that you can get. So proceed with the trailer talk.
I don't know if I'm drinking that Kool-Aid, Tony.
It tastes great.
It does not.
Mr. Kool-Aid, those scramblers are like busting through your wall, like party
Ugh.
time.
Yuck. They're so ugly too.
They are ugly. I will give you that.
They're
Terrible,
such an
tall,
ugly tire.
narrow,
Such an ugly
great
tire.
performing, super grippy, soft. It's like a baby's bottom, but it's a tire.
It's like you wrapped a bunch of babies around your wheel.
They're butts.
Okay.
Baby butts.
That's
Cheeks.
awkward.
Yeah.
That's awkward. All right, let's stop there. So, so that size is good. Single axle. I use mine as a work trailer by day. But so I have, I think it's called E-Track that goes like, I think it's at 40 inches and then another one at like 16 inches parallel to the ground. And what I did is I made a table that clicks in to the E-Track and it just has like a kickstand post. And then we have a workbench table that is like, and then I can take it down. And then I have the Craftsman VersaTrack like wall track that you can have things that click into it. Yeah, that E-Track. Oh, that stuff is awesome, dude.
It is
like,
so good for straps and things. Even the
so
little
good.
click-ins, and you can get them to put like
Yep.
2x4s across or
That's what
whatever
I
you
have
want.
for my table. Yeah, so I
Yep.
have that's how my table's done. And then I have all the attachments where like I could put D-rings wherever I want and
Yep. And the Craftsman, what do you then?
VersaTrack.
There it
Not
is.
the Versa Pack, but the
Versus
VersaTrack.
stack.
Nope, VersaTrack. It's the one right there on the first left.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I have that.
There's like
along-
husky ones you can get
Yeah.
from Home Depot, and a bunch of people make this. And
This
then
is-
they make,
Yeah, they seem to be the cheapest though.
yeah.
Like, so I use that, and I just have one track going across. At the,
Dude, these look exactly like the husky ones. I bet it's the same.
They're not. I wish they were because I like the post for other ones better. So I have the posts that click in, and then they hang the rear A arms hang off of that, basically. So I have all the race cars hanging on the wall.
I mean, they look exactly the same. Like the shelf hanger, like the make of it looks the exact same.
Yep, yep,
You're sure it's
yeah,
not the same as
pretty
a
sure,
Husky?
pretty sure. Yeah,
I don't
that's a
know.
different spacing on the hooks. So Racing Case says make everything modular, 100%. Yep. So like all my stuff is modular, and then for power system, what I did is I drilled a hole, and you can get a pass through outlet basically where it's like you can plug the extension cord in a normal 120 amp or 120 volt extension cord, plug that into the from the outside, and it goes into it like a power cord or power surge cord or whatever, and that's on the inside. So if I'm running off house power at the track or wherever, I can just plug in and I get full power. Then what I did is I took LEDs, just the strip LEDs. I have fancier sign LEDs, but I put them all the way around the perimeter. And so LEDs run on 12 volt. I mean, they run on 12 volt, or if you run them through the power supply, you can run them on house power, like normal AC. So what I do is I have it wired where I can unplug my power supply and plug in a 3S massive battery, and the 3S massive battery powers all my LEDs. And it'll power like, so I have like a 8,000 milliamp 3S battery, and I can get like 5 hours out of it, no problem.
Okay.
For all the LEDs around the perimeter. Or what I have another thing that clicks out, and my solar panels will plug right into it, and I can run right off the solar panel into the LEDs, and that'll power everything. Then I also have a power supply or a power station, one of those portable power stations. Those are nice, but in my experience, in a trailer, I would go with one of the, what are they called? They're not lipos. They're like life or lifey or whatever the other type of battery chemistry is. But get a battery, a 12 volt battery, like a car battery. It looks like a car battery, and if it's got what is it, 100 watt, 100, what is it? It's 12 volt and 100 watt hour or something like that. Whatever it does, it basically makes it like 3 times the size of one of those power stations in a 12 volt battery. So you could plug it in and charge it overnight if you wanted to, or I have the solar panels feeding into it so that it'll just charge it. And that makes life really nice, because then you can really put some power out from that battery. That battery will power lights and a fan and a TV and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the other thing. Garbage can. Put a little garbage can in your trailer. It seems weird, but like having a space for your garbage to go is like so awesome. And then get a little cooler. Like a fridge would be nice, but that sucks power. A cooler, you just buy a bag of ice and it keep everything cold for the day that you're out there. Amp hours. Yeah, so it's 100 amp hours, I think it is, or 10 amp hours. I don't remember. But it turns out to be like, we call those RC four-wheel drive tire holders. But yeah, no, that
Trash
battery.
can. I get it. Very
Ah,
funny. By the way,
you know,
the rack that you had is the same as the Husky ones. The
it's
Craftsman.
not.
It is. It's the old Husky. There was a white one that looked just like that grid of the Craftsman. It's
Really?
now something else. Yeah, they changed it, but that I think that is the old Husky one. Is that
Yeah.
Craftsman one now? Anyway,
So
cool. I have to
someone
get
said
some
amp hours. Ken Calhoun said amp hours. Yes. So 12 volt,
music.
100 amp hours will get you like, I think it's something like 12,000 watt hours, which is huge when you look at the power stations. A super expensive power station is like 600 watt hours.
Mm.
And that's like a $500 plus power station. You don't get all the plugins, but if you just buy an inverter, then you got all of it. and then times 2 of the capacity. So that's what I've learned about that. But
Mm.
I think it's mainly just try to keep everything modular. So like when we're not racing and I have to use it for a trailer, I I have the cars on those like the rods that come out that hang the cars, and then I have another clip that has a hole in it, like it's got like for a screwdriver. But then what I do is I put a bungee cord through that and pull it around and tie down 3 cars at a time,
To
and
the wall.
they just stay flat on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a lithium battery. Yep, lithium battery. The Renogy stuff looks awesome. That's the stuff I'm going with next. So if you look up, I think it's like Renogy Power or something like that.com. They have legit like systems. They're a little pricey, but I saw a guy that had one, and it's like so worth it, so legit. So that's what I'm going with. And the solar panels that we're going to be getting it's a suitcase. So that's the other thing. If you're getting solar panels, get a rigid solar panel. I have the one that's like it's a folding one, and they're just flimsy, and I feel like they're not always making the best connection. But if you get the rigid suitcase style one, it's a little bit more pricey, but they're not going to be flopping and cracking.
Like this one with the tent here.
Yep. 220 watts for a 400 watt one. I don't know which. I can't see how many watts.
This is the $400 suitcase.
Yep. Yeah, solar stuff is fun to mess with. The disadvantage to us here, like I said, you have to get really nice solar panels for them to work well here. Those solar panels will work here. Yeah, that's the one right there. So 200 watts, that'll run your LEDs all day. You can get that little power box that it has will actually regulate the power. So it'll plug right into my LEDs.
That's not a very small suitcase.
It's thin though. It's, you know what I mean? So like it goes against
it just folds in half, but that's nice. It gives you a good bank of a decent bank of solar panels right there.
Well, and we just throw it on the top of the trailer. Like we throw it on top of the trailer and we get power all day. So that stuff is like, it's pretty cool. Like I really dig that. I really dig the idea of that. I'm interested to see what it's like in the wintertime because we're cloudy a lot here. So I'm interested to see if it'll just kind of like feed in and trickle in.
They got all kinds of inverters and stuff.
Yeah, and this is all like the really top end stuff. Like,
yep.
You can get it for cheaper. Like Amazon has those batteries for like $200 or $150, but these ones are solid. Same with the solar panels, but yeah. So the M&M's kid said he uses the Harbor Freight 100-watt panels. Those are good because they're like solid. They're not like floppy ones. So
I've seen this one people using.
Yeah, is that
they just
Blue
charge
Yeti?
it up ahead of time.
Yeah. So okay. So here's the thing. How much is that?
$500.
And how many watt hours is it? It's 800 watts, but how many watt hours? It's like I can't read it on my screen, but
I can't either.
It's probably like 400 to 600 watt hours. Just scroll down to the
800 watts of AC power.
No, it's not what we want. Watt hours. So just scroll down to the specifics. It'll tell you. Right, it should say here. It should tell you right there.
Oh, 495 watt hours of lithium ion.
Okay, so 500 watt hours versus if you do the battery, like just the battery itself, you're looking at like 12,000 watt hours, and it's half the price as that.
And then just solar charge it, or just buy it and then you run your own feed off it.
Yep, you could buy it, or you could buy it and you run your own inverter off of it. Or if all your stuff, so like racing, a lot of it is DC. So like my charger can be ran off of DC, my LEDs can be ran off of DC. So I don't even need an inverter for it.
This thing's basically like a generator. Look at the size of that bad
I
boy.
know they're sweet. I mean, what you're getting. I mean,
Dude, it's
the
30 amp.
yeah, yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. You're getting a lot of power, but the problem is it's 30 amp at how like I don't know what the rating is, but it's like it could go really fast.
Right.
So like I on my little power station, I did a test because it gives me the readout of how many watts I'm using, and I have a swamp cooler, like one of those stand-up swamp coolers that has water circulating over the fan, and it was pulling like something crazy. I don't remember how many watts it was, but it was just draining my power station super fast. I'm like, oh, well, there you go. But it's nice having the solar stuff because it just feeds it all day. So as you're using it, it's feeding it. And like, I don't know, our power station, if I just ran off power station, no solar, I might be able to get through a full day of charging. And that's charging 2S batteries, 4800 for racing, probably 5 or 6 times. So,
Jeff Walter says, I use Harbor Freight 100-watt panels. Works great. I have 6 of them, 600
yep,
watts.
yep. Those are the ones that I was saying. Those are the rigid ones they're
Yeah.
nice. They're nice to work with.
David Ferris says he traded for an SCX6 with a Beast servo and Vidavon goodies. Dang. Sounds like you came out on the pretty good end of that. I mean, he traded a VS410 Pro kit for it. Was that a built VS410 Pro kit with like electronics, or was it just for the kit itself?
Yep.
Control
No,
F, Tony. Yeah, find.
I
I
haven't
get
tried
you.
that yet.
I should have. What?
I thought you can do that on Safari and just it pops up and then you type it in.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time.
Yeah, I never use that.
But I
I
think to
should.
look for watt hour, like you look up WH, right? But a lot of
Yeah,
things would pull that up.
yeah, yeah. No,
And that
it's a.
Anchor one is like 2048
I know.
up to 4,000. Double it with a battery pack that sits on top. Yeah, dang.
Yeah,
New in
They're-
box kit. That was a good deal. That was a good trade, David.
That's a
It's
good
not a
trade.
bad.
Yep, that's a really good trade.
I mean, his was used so that he almost half. Seems like RC's are like half right now what they would be new.
Market's pretty soft. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
like if you were
interesting.
selling X Max, even if it's like mine where it looks still great,
Mm-hmm.
it would be like nobody even for $600 wouldn't even look at it.
Kind of like scramblers. No one would even look at them.
Oh, I buy those used. If people selling them, I buy them. Double A Day. Tony, need RC boats.
You're like, no, I don't.
I have real boat.
But you need an RC
I
boat
just,
to
like-
race your real boat.
I take them in circles. Like the one that has my interest is the shreddy
Yeah.
one because I could kind of jump stuff. But even then, like only part of it's covered with that. Like if you hit something wrong, you can still destroy it. Like there's only one part of the hull that has the
Yeah.
rash guard on it or whatever they call it.
Yeah. I wonder if you could spray it with like Rhino liner.
Have to have a lot of drag in the water. It
Yeah.
wouldn't be. So I got a new fishing boat, and it's basically like that, kind of like
Yeah.
all aluminum and rugged paint. It's awesome.
That looks, yeah. I saw the story you posted.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
that's pretty sweet.
Yep. However, I went out to it today, and we just beached it last night and tied it to a tree.
Yeah.
And speaking of batteries, halfway up the battery, he put a little on-off switch on it, the battery, so you just kill everything right at
Yeah.
the battery box.
Uh-huh.
And I go in to reach for it, and the whole compartment is like filled with water.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So somehow there's either it's tough because I wasn't watching it. There's either a leak or it's at such an angle right now where the way I parked it against the shore that waves were, if boats were going by, it's possible that the weight could have lapped up over it and in. And but it's like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
yeah, the shreddy boats Kevin Talbot destroyed one. Oof. I mean, I have fun with them for about 5 minutes.
Yeah. You know what I have fun with them? My dad would go out and drive his boat and I'd chase it with the drone. That was
Okay.
fun.
So the drone part of it's fun, more
Yeah.
fun. But so the thing is, they're hard to film. You never know which way somebody's going to go with them, and they just
Why
cut.
is it?
They're
Why
so
is
far
it?
away.
Why is it whenever you're trying to film someone and you give them directions, they never do what you tell them to do?
Right.
I
Well,
don't
it's way
understand.
easier to film yourself, but even then, the boats are they're
No,
tough. They're
I have
so
no
far
idea.
out. I mean, the boats I like. If I were to get one, I'd get like tugboats.
Yeah.
And I've got that like military Alpha patrol boat. I
Oh
love that thing.
yeah.
That thing's
Yeah.
awesome. And
Yeah.
I have it, and I've run it, and I run it at
Yep.
least once or twice a year. It's super
Yep.
cool. What I need to do is planes. I want to get into planes.
Oh yeah. Harley said he's never seen a fun boat video.
Axial 32. Where do you go out on the water? I go to Bass River. I go to Bass River all the time as well. I was there last night. One of the only people there. But I live on the river, so I just go out my back door and dump in, and then I drive to Bass River.
They have hydro races here.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Those look like they would be a lot of fun.
They did them in Virginia, where like we lived in a little. It was in the middle of the ghetto, but it was like Wisteria Lane. I don't know if you know that reference from Desperate Housewives back in the day, but it was like this perfect looking community, almost like Truman Show.
Mm.
But it was like you leave our neighborhood out onto that main street, and then there's the hospital that we called Murder View Hospital. It was called Maryview was the real name. But yeah. So it was it was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Pretty tough area.
But they had hydro boat racing.
But yeah, so we'd go out. It was right on this huge river. Like we weren't on the river or anything, but it opened up into this huge bay because we were in like Chesapeake Bay, all the Navy. But yeah, they'd have. So I just go to the city park there and just watch. I have awesome videos and stuff of the hydro races. So
yeah. See, okay, so
why is Harley
JMRC
saying wow? Is it because of Desperate Housewives?
maybe.
That I had a
So-
reference.
So JMRC said fly and land on the river. So that's something I could get down with is a float plane.
Ooh.
I think that would be sick.
Ooh.
Tell us more about the sitcom preferences.
Skip the possible boat story. No, there was a great crash at the one. That's where I was going. Like, I'd go to my friend who was on the river and watch him where I go to City Park. But City Park, I get better shots of them because that's where they were kind of using as the home base.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, nice crash stuff when they get up in the air. So cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They used to do hydro boats on the Grand River. What?
That's cool.
Wait,
are we talking about RC or are we talking about one-to-ones?
No, they were one-to-ones where
Oh yeah.
I was in Virginia.
We have that out here too. But I was talking about the RCs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Really? There's an RC show.
Well, we jump topics so easily. I don't ever see anybody running a hydroplane.
What?
RCs.
Oh, dude.
But when they're huge. They're like 48 inches plus. They're massive.
The ones here, they have a couple different classes, but they have ones that are like 20-inch, maybe? I don't know. They're pretty cool. It's like hobbies. I was confused. No, they run them out here. They're awesome. They're super cool. We have a little like man-made lake out here that's always smooth. And they go out there and they just rip around. They're fast. They're like on-road cars on water. Like they carve that hard. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy old fart. What would you recommend? Thank you, by the way. What would you recommend to someone who hasn't run RC in 30 years? Loved 10 scale stadium back then. Older and slower, disabled, limited funds. Near a skate park, 5 miles from Walters. Thanks.
Oh, well, if you're near Walters, you've got all kinds of stuff you could do.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's, depending on, it says disabled, and that can go different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be, well, some people I know that have disabilities like the crawlers and going crawler trails is slower kind of walk. But some disabilities don't like to do the crawlers and being out in having to walk over different things in the woods or,
Yeah.
too much of that, when they'd rather be kind of stationary at a track to run. But it sounds like he did stadium back then, 110 Stadium.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one. I would lean toward like an arm of granite.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, because that's something that's
3S.
super, super durable. It's a good entry,
I mean, if you take
right?
it to the skate park, you can break it. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I took mine to the skate park in Holland and beat it up pretty hard. But and one of them I actually landed
Or
upside down, and it actually broke the upper shock tower mount because it's a plastic mount.
or what about a Mojave Grom? Because he said limited funds,
Yeah,
so that would be a
so that's a stadium, and that's smaller,
Yep.
and you could run that technically on the Walter. They've got that little off-road track with the small jumps.
There you go.
But I think the Grom would work good on that actually dirt track there. But it wouldn't be good if you are limited on places you could run. It's going to be more asphalt or dirt.
Right.
You can't go grass or anything like that with those.
Well, if he was next to a skate park, it seems like it would be fun to carve up on a skate park. Wouldn't get you in too much trouble because it's not super, super fast.
Yeah.
Cheap price point.
I took a Arma too. I did the Granite Grom. But I think the Mojave Grom would be better.
Yeah.
But I took the Granite Grom to a skate park and had a blast with it.
Yep. I don't have a Granite or Mojave Grom yet, but they look rad.
They look really good. They would be fun to race on a smaller
dude. It'd be
track.
so much fun to have like 4 of those and just like in my backyard, in my little track back here. That would be so much fun. Make a little circuit, Tony, little what are they? The Tony Stewart circuit. Remember that? I used to do that. That'd be so.
Did I take the mini LMT to one skate park?
Oh yeah, that would be fun too. It's a little more expensive, less bashing.
Yeah,
but
it's breakable, more breakable, I think, than the ground would be.
He'd rather
make
dance
it with Grace at the skate park.
Yeah, I think the Mojave Grom would be good because then you could like loop stuff and like backside things nice. It's not too.
It would be almost like a stadium truck or like not a stadium truck, but like a short course style truck.
Short course truck. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, they've changed a lot since then. The LiPo
those
batteries.
Things are crazy for the price. What you get?
Oh yeah,
they're stupid.
Yeah, for sure. If you're into kits, Associated re-released the GT, the RC10 GT, right? Is that what it is? The stadium truck. They re-released that as a builder kit, so you could build that just for nostalgia.
Yeah. I don't know what hobby shops he has out by him or where he'd be going. He's probably near. I mean, it's almost out in Ionia if he's 5 miles from Walter. I guess it depends which way you go. But yeah, I mean, somewhere in there. So if you do the Grom, you're under $200.
All in.
Yeah. If you do something like the Granite, you're looking at like $300, but then you need a battery and charger and all that stuff. So you're not going to be out the door for less than $400 unless you get it used.
Yeah.
Like a fun one. You know what a fun one is? The Mad Van, the Kyosho Mad Van, and almost impossible to break because the plastic is so rubbery. Oh my goodness. You pop out dog bones or whatever, it'd pop out of the cup because it would be so flexible that it would pop out, but you wouldn't break it. Yeah. You just pick up the dog bone, take off one screw on the A-arm, slide it back in. They took so much abuse. Probably hard to find right now.
That's the problem, though. I love the Kyosho stuff. I have a phaser, 2 phasers. Yeah. The problem is parts. Like they don't break.
Never break.
I've never broken mine, knock on wood.
And the parts that you do need, you can get other ones like motors and ESCs and servos.
Yeah, I guess
it doesn't have to be Kyosho, and the wheels and tires if you burn them up.
Yeah.
But A-arms, you almost never. And usually there's shops that have enough of those that you would be all right. But again, the A-arms are so flexible.
Yeah. I've never broken it, but I've like the problem with the Kyoshos is they kind of are get to a stalemate point where you can't really
Yeah.
do anything to them. You know what I mean? Like you want to have some kind of expandability.
Yeah. The
Uh,
Sentin, if they still make the 3S Sentin, those things are pretty
oh yeah,
indestructible too.
yeah,
That's why I got my boys to just, and anybody that comes over, I let them have it. Like you
yep,
might break a bumper mount
yeah, maybe,
or like a shock would pull out of
yeah,
the little rod end,
mm-hmm,
which sometimes you can just push it back in. Other times you just get a new shock mount or setup for it.
yep,
But yeah, the 3S Sentins are, I mean, they're fast. They're 50 miles an hour on
yeah,
3S. They're just stupid durable. They, skate park, they jump and go nuts on.
yeah.
So yeah, and I see your message, Axial 32. I'll look for it. But if you want small and easy to carry around and whatever, that Armagram, the
I think
Mojave
that's the way
Gram
to
would be
go.
great.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go because
Something
it's
I could
like
gradually upgrade would be great. And so Furatech and different people are talking about upgrades for those Grom lines. So there's stuff coming even for those.
I
You're
saw
next. Okay, yeah. He's over by
I saw something from Buratech on Facebook the other day that was talking about 18th scale for the LMT, the mini LMT, motor ESC combo for that.
Yep, they have that. They've got some other stuff coming. Yeah,
That's cool.
they've got a lot.
That's
Aren't the
cool.
granites on sale right now as well? Maybe. The granites are fun. I have the granite groms. They're fun little basher.
Yeah.
But yeah, any of those are great. If you wanted to go slow and crawl, there's options there too. But
Yeah.
and if you're looking used, like a used slash or something, those things are indestructible. If you're on like Facebook Marketplace,
Yeah. I don't know if I'd go for a slash anymore. I think something definitely four-wheel drive.
would be 4-wheel drive slash. I
Oh,
was saying, yeah. If you got a used one on Facebook or something.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yep. Go with a UDR. No, just kidding.
come
Or-
September,
or
I'm probably gonna have
Bach,
a
right?
bunch of stuff for sale up at Walter RC at the Gauntlet. Yep.
Spit it out, Tony.
Yep. I got a whole bunch that I moved down out of here down to the basement.
Nice.
Well, not the basement, the main garage.
You selling monster truck stuff still? No.
No.
You're like,
Nope.
don't make me do it.
Nope. The monster trucks are still on the shelves back here.
Don't you
That's a
have
good wall of monster trucks right there.
don't you have a I thought you said you had a Claude that was unbuilt or something like that.
Oh, so
Or
I
do you
have
a
some
renegade?
money and some Clodbuster stuff sitting on the shelf over there that I found.
You know, you can't even get
Completely
those
built axles.
you can't get those reprinted, you know.
Complete axles. I got the J Concepts.
They're unicorns.
I got the another J Concepts chassis over there. I should get some of it. Here, you go full screen for a second.
I don't want to go full
I found
screen.
I found some cool stuff.
I don't want to go full screen. My house
right.
is my space is a mess
Let's
down
see my
here.
butt here.
Gross. I don't want to see that. So I guess I'll do a quick little race update since Tony will be out there. We did our
I
last
can't hear you if
race.
you're talking to me.
So the last race we did, it's been crazy. We've been doing a lot of racing lately, and it's been like I've been jonesing for the crawling thing, but I just haven't had a chance to do it because every weekend we've had a race. We were supposed to race this weekend. We decided not to. It wasn't a points race, it's just a trophy race. And it's something that's probably a little bit, we'd be in too deep of water with it. We're not that fast yet, and the kids are still learning. So, but last weekend we did turf, and it was a good race. And now the kids are getting super competitive because we got the points, and Dalton missed one of the races because he was just kind of being a 10-year-old. And so I was like, if you're not in the car, I'm going. Peace out. And he ended up not going. And then he didn't get the points. And the points came out. And Olivia is sitting second in points for the season. And he dropped to fifth. But we don't have the drops accounted for yet. So now they're like super competitive about it. Like super competitive about it. But so Olivia took second in that last race. The race before that was dirt off road, and she got a e-buggy from Saturn. Or Saturn V bought my Vanquish, and so I bought an e-buggy for her to run. She finished third overall, and Dalton finished first overall in dirt. It's been pretty awesome. And next weekend, we were gonna do a dirt race this weekend, but next weekend, like a big 3-day. Next weekend, we're going to do a 3-day Grand Prix for Die Hard on turf. And that's going to be a big race for them, trophy race. So should be fun. We'll see. Let's see these monster truck parts.
So this is probably $1,000 box. Ish. Not really. It's close.
Let's be honest. It is. It's over that.
So it's
Regulator.
regulator.
I want that. Yep.
It's looking to fly. It's so heavy.
I know. I want that. Those are crazy. Yeah.
Already ready to go. Axles. But here.
Oh, here's
is
the
where-
craziness. Yeah.
So this is a truck ready to be built. These are shapeways, which you can't get anymore apparently. The 3D printed J Concepts Cloudbuster axles.
I wonder if you contacted J Concepts if you could buy the files off of them.
These are like the center printed. And I ran theirs and it was so amazing that I went and bought these. The only thing it doesn't have, I need to get the screws. While their blog is still up, I need to order the parts for to put it together. Because there's their like special 4-link setup.
Ugh.
But then I have in here, I have like literally everything that I need to make it. Here's the silent speed motors.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Here's one still in the case.
Psycho Garage says, "Don't let the cloud stuff go, Tony. If you get a good price for it, you will regret it." You
Got
know
the
you
regulator motor mounts.
will. Ooh, look at you.
Their adjustable transmission. Yeah, it's like I've got their other J Concepts parts here.
Do you know of anyone? Do you know of anyone who ran those like competitively? Those axles?
No, but you totally could for what racing is. Here's their steering arms that they sold that are the carbon fiber parts of it and all that, I
Nice.
think. Or something, or cut out of something. Oh, it says Shapeways. But they sold them. Oh, these are for the regulator that you buy for the lockouts or the steering knuckles for in behind the axle. Oh, because they had their own. Yeah, so there's even if you're running the stock axles, they did the behind the axles stuff so that you wouldn't have the steering stuff in
Like
the
servo
front.
in the front, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, so there's, I mean, it's I was like,
Priceless.
oh, hey, hello. I forgot about
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, priceless.
Now I just need time to build it. And it's like this is the hard part of the build.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's literally just putting a servo on and all the links and stuff for it are right here. Like
There you
link
go.
it up and put shocks on it and it's
Oh. The lights go out.
No,
Hear
my
ya.
camera battery.
So the M&M's kid said he had a Blackfoot. It was a fun little truck. I wish they repopped the Mud Blaster. That's what I would get. I had both of them. The Mud Blaster was
See,
awesome.
David. But yeah,
Look at that.
this was such a well-made thing that they came up with.
Are they still selling them?
I don't think so. I think you can get parts for them, but not.
Yeah. Well, I think they last time I think they just sold out. Like they do small batches or something.
um, I don't know how much they're doing with it still. I know they do stuff with some of the like they sponsor racers and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it says in stock.
There you go.
Oh, they do have it again. 238. It's not even 280 anymore.
Well, that's not bad.
So I'm only at a $750 box. Those axles to Shapeways print, dude, were like 600
Oh,
bucks.
I know. Those Shapeways, that was the one thing about Shapeways. It was so expensive. Like people would ask me, "Hey, can you 3D print me a body?" And I'm like, "Eh." And I had no idea how much to like charge for a 3D printed body. And I'd go and look at it at Shapeways and I'd be like, "What? Why would someone pay that much for a 3D printed body?" I mean, granted, their prints were awesome
Right.
but even at a fraction of the price you could print a body that would be I just it takes so long to print a body.
The regulator servo mount kit is available too. 63 bucks.
Nice.
And that really tucks everything super nice. Wow. Okay, they do have it still. That's awesome. I'm so glad they do.
There you go.
I just haven't been in it. Like, dude, they just raced at the Monster Truck Hall of Fame down in Ohio, like 4 or 5 hours from me, and I couldn't make it down.
Is that the one that was in the barn, the pole barn?
No, it was outside.
I saw why can't I think of it? Brass Ring Fab posted a lot from there. That one from a barn, I think it was him that was posting the one from the barn.
I think he would have been at the Trigger King race.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
But yeah.
Do you feel like the seasons are changing for you out there already?
Oh yeah. I just posted about it on Facebook today. The colors aren't fully happening on the trees yet, but you're starting to see a little bit. Some of the like undergrowth is changing.
Yeah.
But the way the sun is hitting, it's just like a different color when
Yeah.
it hits the trees at night. And
Yeah.
the sky color, the blue has changed a bit with the clouds. And
We're an hour
Yeah.
early now for what the sun's been doing. Like it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
the sun's going down right now, and it's like 8 o'clock.
oh really? So we're still like 9, but
Yeah. Well, I
but
mean,
we are like 10:30 in the
Dang.
summer here. It's crazy.
that's weird.
We're at the farthest west part of the time zone, the Eastern time zone. So yeah,
Yeah.
but that's because the people on the East Coast, it's dark by 8, like almost. But we hang on to like 10:30 at like
Yeah.
the longest.
I mean, our sun won't be completely down. Let me see what sundown is right now. It says sunset 8:23.
Hmm.
So
I don't
It'll
know
be
what ours was.
it'll be completely down by 8:40 probably. And it's getting later now too. 6 o'clock is sunrise, which is I was like the other day I was like, what? It's still dark? What's going on? What buggies? The real Cletus says, does anyone else think buggies are ugly?
Oh, it says sunset's 8:46. I was saying about 9, but out on the river it stays light a little bit just in the opening. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think he means like buggy racing. Like
I don't know what he's talking about. Why would they be ugly?
I think they're cool, especially cab forward ones.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've got a really cool one that's going to be for sale soon too.
What kind of buggy? Oh.
I haven't run
Yellow.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I also have one of the early Arma Raider XL
Oh wow,
brushless up there.
that's really early.
Yeah. I'll tell you afterwards why I bought it. I thought there was some stuff happening, but
Yeah.
it's
Racing
not like a
buggies.
big deal thing. It's just not. I'm gonna,
Yeah. Racing buggies, he says. I don't know. I think they're pretty cool
I think they're
when,
cool.
when they're all done up. They're pretty rad.
I think the Armored Typhons actually are pretty cool for a buggy. Like
Yeah, I've seen. There was
super
a guy. There's a
space buggy.
guy. Yeah, there's a guy out there that was running one. I don't know if he was running one in the race or not, but he was doing all right. I felt bad because he was. I was like helping the kids practice, and oh yeah, I'll get on that in a second. We were out in practice, and they he was running one of the Armas, and I was like, yeah, it's sweet. And I was helping the kids practice, and so I was kind of short a little bit, a little terse, not in a bad way, just like preoccupied. And I was like, yeah, it'll be awesome, but you won't get any part support out here. Like that's all I said, and I didn't mean to like poo poo on them. I just meant like they're. It's hard to say real race cars are being supported out here, but they're, you know what I mean? Like you don't want to say that, but it's like the real race buggies are getting part support at our local track,
That's good.
techno and all that kind of stuff. Okay. What's a cheap 10 scale crawler motor setup?
Hobby Wing 1080.
Hobbywing 1080, Holmes Hobbies, Crawlmaster Sport. Whoops. Crawlmaster Sport. I don't know if I have one in my drawer here.
540.
Either 540,
No.
550. Here's a 550, 8-turn. This one's my go-to, my favorite go-to. 8-turn.
But that's 5 slot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then here's a
It's not-
540, 13.
So the numbers on these, they're super smooth, more magnets,
Yep.
higher
Lots of
turn
power.
speed. Yeah, lots more torque power.
Yeah.
Um,
$20.
So it's not when you see 8-turn, like you normally see 12-turn on a Traxxas and it's a fast motor. These are not. These are
No.
different.
No, they're snappy, but the nice thing about that one is that can run 4S if you want. If you got a nice ESC, you can run 4S. Call the Crawl has a good one. Yep, Hobbywing 2-in-1, 1200. The
Yep.
Fusion.
They make a Fusion now. Well, they make one that's the not the Pro. That's like
Right.
$60 or $80.
That's a good deal
It's super good.
because
I don't
that's
think it's $60. I think it's 80.
the it's pretty cheap. I remember that, but the 1080 is nice.
$70 for the SC version.
Yeah, that's nice.
The
I
1200.
think
Yep.
I think you're gonna get better range out of the brushed with an 8-turn on the Hobbywing 1080 because you can still go super slow and crawl depending on your gearing, but then it can be pretty snappy. That one is probably going to be like a 12. Is that a 1200 system? Yeah, that's not going to be very fast ever. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's just crawling speed. Yeah, it's not a fast one.
right. But I mean,
They
I
make
would,
an 1800 of it though.
right. But that one's a lot more expensive.
Is it?
I thought so. The 1800. Oh, he said Ken
It's
says that
$80.
$80. Okay. So even with an 1800, you're still going to be more snappy with the 8-turn. My only thing that I'm saying that for is because I walk trails with them. So rather than being full pin walking a trail on an 8-turn, I can be like half throttle going to where I need to go, which is nice.
I have it in my actually I think it's an awesome one. I have it in my the UMG 10. It's great.
The Fusion,
On 3S
Yeah.
the 1800. It's pretty quick.
is it?
Yep. I mean it's not fast, but it's pretty quick.
Yeah. I'm a Holmes Hobbies fanboy though.
Oh yeah. Well, and they're so smooth, they're easy to clean. I feel like there's more options with the
I like the FOC on the Fusion though. I don't
Yeah,
know if that's
true.
just Fusion Pro.
No, this has FOC.
Yeah, I like that on the Fusion. It's nice because it's like very consistent.
I do like the stock speed. So it's going to be about the stock speed or faster
Yep.
with you do the 1800 or either one.
But the
Are you
biggest
running a 2S battery or a 3S battery? That's going to be the question. Like,
psh, psh,
or are you running an NIM battery?
yeah, I know. So, okay, any of those options, run 3S always, in my opinion. Always run a 3S. I mean, run a small 2200 3S 35C battery, solid.
Yep, the Trailmaster 35 turn with a hobby wing is pretty good. Brian Kochner saying
Yep.
I've
Yep.
run that, and that is good.
Yep. I
It's
have one of
not the
those.
same that you get with the 5 slot as far as the smoothness of it, but
No. Yeah.
it's just a
Yeah.
great trail motor. Like for
Yep.
trailing, it's really good.
Yeah, definitely super one-handed. Definitely go with a 3S. Huge difference. So the thing about these other motors is they're going to draw more amperage at lower speed, and so a 3S is going to be, you'll see a huge difference. Meaning like torque-wise, like going over a rock instead of it kind of like lurching and rolling over the rock, you'll be able to just throttle slowly
Smooth power.
and get over that rock, which is nice. But yeah, 3S always. A $20 motor can't beat that. No, you can't. And that's what I really like about the Trailmaster or the Crawlmaster Sport. It's $20, and if you blow it up, it's just $20. Like, I guess, I mean, I the Fusions are rad. I've never heard anyone blowing up a Fusion, so I can't speak to that. Or even the 1080 at ESC. I mean, those are both Hobby Wing. They're great. So, complete front half of an RC, Crawler Basher, his choice, and Pablo build the rear half. Yeah, without telling each other, and then just put it together. That'd be cool. Tony doesn't build stuff though. He's like,
No, but that would be funny because you choose your tires and everything.
yeah, not scramblers.
No, well, not for a basher, but
Well, it says Crawler or Basher.
I need to try full size scramblers.
They
I
make
think they're game changers.
4 point. They make 1.9 full size scramblers. Why would you do that?
I mean, yeah, they got 1.9s.
Really?
Yeah,
That seems like such an
1.55.
ugly tire. Oh, such an ugly tire.
What's funny is they look wider for like the 1.55s, look wider, and it's the 1.0s that are so tall and narrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a totally different look. In stock.
Yuck. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nope. I do want to get a set of Proline Trepidors. I have 2 sets of wheels. I showed these on one of the last ones. 2 sets of
Mhm.
wheels that I have yet to mount up. That's how Jones and I am.
You're
But I
waiting
want
for your hustlers to get in the mail, coming on slow boat.
to. No, that's what I
Slow
want the
boat and some
Trepidors
hustlers.
for. Yeah, that's what I want the Trepidors for. But I think I want to build a car for the wheels. You know what I mean? They don't look good until you mount them up. It's on. But, you know. Those. Oh, those are so nice.
Those are pretty good.
Yep. What
Right,
2S
that
Shorty
still has a
Lipos?
brushed Hobby Wing quick run 1080 with a Holmes 13 turn combo. Oh,
Nice. What 2S Shorty Lipos do we recommend? Andre popped in. So we run the Reedy Lipos for racing. They're like 135C, 2S. I just ordered some 6800s, 6700s. I don't remember what they are. But so speaking of Andre, he's saying I'm selling newspaper to buy turf tires. So pretty much. Speaking of Andre, he's doing an event. Where is it?
Wisconsin, Elkhorn.
Huh?
That one?
AVRC.
5K? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
with
it's,
Pat Smahi, I think, too, right? Who was in here earlier.
I don't know. But it says AVRC comp. So it's a rock crawling, bouncing, racing, and more. And he's putting on the 5K crawler race for them. Oh yeah, Pat Smahi. Yeah. Yep. What's his IG handle? Pat Smahi.
Peace Mahi. He was in here
No,
just a minute ago, and it's
thought
the
he had a
same.
different. I thought he had a different Instagram handle. PSF. Is that what it is?
PSFRC, Pat
Okay.
Smahi Films.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah.
That was early. I just found it so you could see what it was. Yep.
I did a build, Dave Ferris.
Dude, have you seen his motorcycle stuff, first of all? Real quick before we leave Pat.
Mm-mm.
He does like the ones where you, I don't even know what they call it. It's like stunt riding where they pick up the front end and jump it and hop it on things, and they have to go over those crazy obstacles
trials?
and bunny hop. Yeah, trials.
Yeah,
So he does that stuff with them. It's insane.
that's cool.
He did something with Horizon Hobby at the RC Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing some cool stuff, and then had the motorcycle, the low-C motorcycle, and all that. Anyway,
Scale
cool
no
stuff,
supply
cool video
says
stuff.
Hard enduro and trials. Yeah, that stuff is dope. Like that stuff's pretty rad. They did I don't know if you saw just recently, there was a really cool what's it called? Red Bull video the other day of I think it was a trials bike or it might have just been a mountain bike, but they were doing some crazy stuff. I was like, what? Yeah, they're saying Gauntlet is 5 weeks away. Dude, this summer went
It's problematic
so
for me.
Uh-oh.
I gotta get some trophies ordered up.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I know a guy. Could drop ship him. Remember
All
I
right,
did those?
we'll talk. Yeah, they were cool.
Of course they were cool. I designed them.
Let's talk. I gotta get some kind of cool design though. Oh, dude, this guy, Joshua at our course. I try and use a picture or something. Has this awesome 24 scale. Pull it up here. I haven't posted the video of it yet.
The real Cletus asks if you're drinking a Dr. Pepper.
Coke Zero.
Coke
Zero. That Corvette.
Ooh, that's cool. Is that like a Stingray?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
It's so good looking.
Dude, so
Sorry.
kind of going back to the Scale Metal Supplies that he's doing the 5K thing. I have been feeling so like out of shape because normally in the summers I go out and do all my hiking with the crawling. But this summer I have done 0 because every weekend we've been on the track. And I'm like, I'm dying to get out. Like, so our season ends in September, and I'm like, I can't wait to get out and start going to my trail spot again. Like, I think I might pack some tools so I can clean up my trail spot and go out and take some more videos. And then I showed you my secret hack on my iPhone for filming with the tracking. I'm going to have some super sick video and like with crawlers in my little indoor place.
Yeah.
Well, just because it's got such a good so easy. So easy.
So easy.
Yeah. Blue Groove body. Jeff Brown said he sold them. Sold it to him. Very cool. What do you got going on next? Are you crawling on Thursday?
Planning to.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I've got to do some videos up here. I gotta go to my mom's house. She's getting ready to sell it, and I gotta move some stuff for her. So I'm doing that this week too. So I'm trying to.
You're doing
The
some
days are
videos?
running out.
You doing a video?
No. Oh, I mean, make one up here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've still got Axial Fest ones to get to. I'm gonna try and do some of that in the evenings this week.
Dude, are
But
you having problems with that too? Like, I have the race footage.
I'm having problems finding time to do it. Is what I'm having.
Yeah,
I
that's
have. Yeah.
or you get it all set up and you're like, you're like, I'm too tired. I'm gonna
Yeah,
close
the
it
real
and go back.
Cletus. Yeah. By the end of the day, it's like,
Yep.
yep.
Tomorrow's gonna be a long day for me. I got a big day of work tomorrow. Sucks.
I did like a 70-hour week last week. It was a brutal one,
Yeah.
but it'll let me take. I think tomorrow I'll have to go get stuff for my mom's and then help her
Nice.
move some things, and then then get back work. Then I've got Thursday evening comp. I've got an Endure transmission. I got to try and drop in that 18 scale cent that'll overdrive it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also got a motor to put in it. Like I've got a bunch of those Traxxas Furatech, the Furatech
Stinger.
Micro Komodo, but they've got that plate on the front of them, and they like direct mount up to the Red Cat transmissions.
Oh, really?
And so I've got some of those. I'm just gonna mount up one of them. They're still new in the bag
Nice.
from the whole fiasco that happened, and I didn't sell any of the stuff that I had
Oh.
been working to sell. Yeah, I mean, I literally have like a stack of them.
Oh,
So,
wow. I didn't know you had that.
yep.
But they fit the red cats, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So
So
you
we're
can
gonna put
just
that on.
rebrand it.
But they're doing a 2-in-1 now for the Red Cat too. That's probably a better deal. It's a bigger motor. Well, it's bigger size. It's about the same size as a stock motor, but it's got the ESC and everything built into it,
Oh,
which is rad.
that's cool. It'll save some space.
But
That's cool.
I've got enough ESCs I can just strap on for this one, a Traxxas one, call it good. I got enough Lizard Pros and Ultimates.
I should do a micro crawler again. I don't have anywhere to drive it though. I kind of want to take a flamethrower in my backyard. You saw what that looked like. Hasn't
It's
changed
fun.
much.
Get one of the big ones with the propane tank.
Well, I have the weed burner
Yeah.
torch.
That's exactly what I'd use. It doesn't go as fast as you think it would
Oh, I know.
to melt them down. It's
Yep.
easier if you kill them somehow first,
Yep.
and then they're
Yep.
dried out, and then they burn up much faster. But it's a good way to get rid of the dried up, shriveled up weeds. Burn them.
I know. I just want to hire someone to come out and do all my yard work again, get it all flat, and then I'll go back out and do stuff.
Yeah, you got some work to do. I thought mine was.
It's bad, dude.
I thought mine was
It's
the problem.
so bad. Oh, and I
I'm
gotta.
like, oh, dude, you haven't seen mine. It's so bad. And they said, I'm like, oh, you win by like 10 times. You win.
We haven't been back there all
No.
year, dude. Like all year.
You're lucky you don't have like a homeowners association.
I know.
They would have evicted you like
I know.
2 months ago.
It's bad. It's so bad. So bad. Like they're as tall as Dalton. in
There's
some
probably like
places.
a colony of opossums out there.
Probably.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, raccoon.
And I've got one of those like battery powered weed eaters. And I'm like, and I've got 3 batteries for it. And I'm just like, I don't even want to do it. Like, I don't want to do it. But I should. It'll only take a couple hours. My yard's not that big. You know what I mean? Like, but
It's a day job. You can do it in a day and
yeah.
it'll be fine. But the thought of it sucks.
Yeah.
That's how it was with the pressure washer in the house. Like, man, this is gonna be. But really, it's like 2 days and it'll be done. Like,
Yeah.
just go for it and put in. That's what I'm trying to tell my son. Just 2 days, dude. You got this.
You got this.
What do you think of the new FMS Hummer EV?
It's a Hummer.
Yeah.
Would have
Yeah.
been cooler if it was a Cybertruck. Have the kids do it. I know. See, the problem is my kids are a little young, so they have the short attention span for yard work. They're not quite to that age where they'll finish it through. And especially that it's like battery powered ones. Yeah, gas in a match. Because if it was a gas powered one, which I could probably borrow a neighbor's, if it was a gas powered one, it's like go and finish. But the battery powered ones, you get through the 3 batteries and you're like, you put one on the charger, but it's still not charged by the time you're done with the other batteries. No bueno. But Olivia was out cutting the neighbor's lawn because they're on vacation. And yeah, so she was out earning her B7 race buggy. So she was out there grinding doing that. So there's that. Looks huge.
I think it
You
looks
think?
really big. Like
I thought it was
if
10
you-
scale at first when I saw it. I was like,
when
what?
you see, yeah, I mean, it on the like those portable track things, or you see, I saw RC driver holding it. It looks huge. Like
It's
again,
funny. You know what it kind of looks like? It kind of looks like the Utron that Element did.
yeah,
Like it is a Hummer EV, but I mean it looks like a Utron. You're like, that's weird. But
yeah. I mean, it just looks. I don't know what you use it for. I mean, FMS is really good at putting out stuff you don't need but you want because they kind of look cool.
because they look rad, yeah.
But then it's like they're kind of hard to upgrade, and like, what are you gonna do with it?
Blue Dooley says it dwarfs a Suburban in real life. It's huge.
Right.
That's crazy.
So it looks like it is the same size as their FCX 18, but like their like model ones, like the trucks that they got, like
Yeah,
the square body ones, which were huge.
yeah,
Um,
huge.
huge, bigly. It's very bigly, but whatever. I mean, they'll sell whatever they need to get rid of them.
You're not pessimistic about that design at all.
No, I mean, super long chassis rails, like super extended, kind of weird. But
That's awesome. Uh,
I like the RCs I got. I'll just
yeah.
say that. There's no reason.
So speaking of next year, I don't know that I'm going to do oval next year, like the whole family.
Yeah.
We did it this year a few times. I think there's 1 or 2 more races left of that season. I thought it would click more for me.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, I thought it was fun, but it was like the lowest on the totem pole for us. Like we're
Okay.
like, maybe if I ran a different class because I'm only racing the SR10 class, and so are the kids. Like they're running rookie or novice, but just running the SR10s. Maybe if I ran like the sprint car or the outlaw or whatever, that'd be more fun. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like fun every now and then, but for the amount of work it takes, like I realized quickly this year that running 3 classes was too much. Like 3 different disciplines of racing, too much. Oval, dirt off road, and turf, like just too much. When's the Red Cat Ascent 18 video coming, Tony?
What? Ooh. I mean, I have it comping one. I did film it when I comped with it, the first comp.
Yeah.
I didn't film the last time with it, but
So Don, I would Die Hard now has rentals and they're much better rentals. They're actually the new SR10s. If you're gonna go out and play, I would go out and play at Die Hard to rent a car. Their rentals are really nice. Does Die Hard have any plans to run the Slash Mud Boss or whatever they're calling it now? I haven't heard of any plans for that. I mean, they're pretty traditional right now when it comes to SR10, you know, what are they called? The late model, the sprint cars, all that kind of stuff. I don't know that they took off that big out here, to be honest. I've seen a couple of them out there, but they don't really fit into a class. So
The Traxxas one.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the classes out here are pretty established.
What did
So
they rename it?
I don't remember. It was like the Mud Apprentice, maybe. Not the Mud Boss. The Mud Wife. What did they name it? Modified. Traxxas Modified. That seems lame.
I mean, that's basically what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not in the know when it comes to that at Die Hard, to be honest. So when it comes to oval stuff, we just show up and race when we do. But I haven't seen many out there. I think I saw one. Um, but yeah, I mean, if I was looking at it, I would just say there's not really anywhere it fits into. Technically, you could run it in rookie, um, but I don't know.
Traxxas Max slash. It should be Traxxas slash Max Mud Max Boss Max. So funny, Dirk.
Rock and
Yeah,
roll.
I remember seeing all that kind of go down. I didn't want to comment on it, but um, it was
Oh,
kind of funny.
about the name
Yeah,
fighting them now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
I didn't seem to even be that like aggressive about it, but it's like, you guys said no to this when we first talked about it, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, good for them for changing.
yep.
But they didn't have their website shut down. Oh, too soon.
Come on now.
Just saying. Just saying.
I do like the Endura Toyota Body Fit TX for him. Not gonna lie, I haven't seen it.
Creekside's 10 minutes away, he says. We have two ovals out here. Three
Okay.
ovals, really. But Creekside is the one that's probably most established. I think Die Hard's track. I like Die Hard's track better because it's outdoor and it seems a little bigger. But that's just me. It's a nice environment. Creekside's a little tight. A little tight. It's hard to pit there.
All
But
right.
they're
So,
super nice.
what is your next upcoming thing, or not even thing, but like, so for me, I told some guys I was going to bring my 10 scale to comp coming up here.
Uh-huh.
So I need to try and get my Vanquish Pro, not Pro, the Carbon ready to kick some tail.
Yeah.
And 1/10 scale here in a couple days.
Nice.
It always does so good though. Like, it was like, I mean, Travis built it for me just like basically to the manual, and then we put in the electronics, and it's just been like, it just makes
Goes.
lines, and you're like,
You know what?
Sweet.
You know what's funny? Olivia, she was out there. She did a setup change to her car. She goes, or no, she went from short course on dirt to e-buggy, and she goes, "It's like the car listens to me now." I was like, "Hey, it's a good way of saying it." Like for you, like saying it just goes where you want it. Like, yeah, the car listens to me now. It does what I tell it to do. So
yeah,
like,
it handles so good.
Yeah. Next for me, we just got a big race, and I want to get back into crawling again. I got to. I miss it, but I need a little spark. Let's see. We'll see what I do. But yeah, no, I've also been wanting to take the trophy rat out and do some bashing with that. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The season's coming to an end fast, though. Like we've got a month and a half and a lot of races to cram in a month and a half. I think we have 3 more dirt races, maybe 4 more dirt races, 3 or 4 more turf races, and an oval or two. So there's a lot coming. We'll see what happens. Uh-oh, what are you trying to show?
I'm not sharing screen. I need to share it.
No.
This
What
body, which I agree with him, is super cool.
That's cool. Like a marlin almost.
Yep.
What's that? Oh, for 18 scale?
Yeah.
I haven't followed Njora at all.
So the back end is open on it. Like, yeah.
That's cool.
Pre-runner style.
I haven't followed them at all in the last 6 months. Seems like they've been coming out with a lot of stuff. Is Trill still around?
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. I haven't heard much from
yeah.
I haven't heard much from Trill in a while either. But
They are around.
Dude, I feel like Instagram and YouTube are so slow right now where like I haven't been posting much, but I just mean like I feel like
Maybe
I'm
you're
not
just
even...
projecting your
Well, I just haven't
with using it on
I haven't
everything.
I haven't even seen much cool stuff. Like it's all been other things.
Harley said he personally pressured Traxxas to take down the name Mudbots.
There you go.
That's what it said.
Raymond must be watching. I just got
He's got like a
from...
special phone that rings the president's.
It's like a bat phone.
Yep. And like when the red phone starts ringing, they pick it up and they're like, what do you need us to do?
Yeah. Please tell us. Oh, Harley.
Yep. He's like, hey, so you guys shouldn't do the Mud Boss thing. That's not cool.
Yeah. So uncool, guys. That's what he calls them up.
Plus, when you change your name, it'll make great content for my Tuesday show. So if you just throw me a bone here.
It's like he's now mainstream media when it comes to RC.
Fake RC news.
He's MSN HD. That's what we got to start calling him now. MSN HD.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Not gonna lie. All right.
He needs to change his little ticker at the bottom.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
You need to get you should just get like his face and do like a dot, like, you know, the almost Max Headroom-ish kind of, but then like across where his eyes would be, just have like a bar across it and just do MSN HD.
Soon he's going to have the screen up behind him and he's going to be touching the screen and being like, and sponsored by RC, what's it, Crawl Space or whatever. He's like, and on this one, he clicks the county. This is a good place to go and do your crawling. And over here, it's growing and trending over here. He's touching the screen, the CNN screen, CNN HD. That's going to be awesome. Yep.
He should have bought Shapeways.
Should have.
Missed opportunity.
Maybe he did. Maybe he's just...
Maybe, he did say the company just kind of formed out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe he did. Maybe he's doing a DBA. We did.
So the next, actually not even the next, there was a Scale News update today.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to go spam the comments with hashtag MSNHD. Your source.
Your source.
For fake RC news.
For one-sided RC news. All commentary, all the time.
Hashtag vanquish bias. I know he's in here and he's trying his best to come up with the best lines to feed into
Yeah.
Chat GPT to come up with his rhetorical comment here.
He's standing outside the
I
Vanquish.
need a really funny quip that I could use with a hashtag to put CCXRC and RC Amigos to shame in their comments on a live stream.
And
Go.
I need a thumbnail. Go.
Yeah.
He's standing outside Vanquish headquarters, polling them. Which tires would you rather be? It's like scramblers, and it's like in fine print scramblers. Or he's like, or Falcon Wild Peak. Which one? Then he goes to the board. Projected winner is Falcon Wild Peak. Yay!
He says, I'm wrenching while filming and listening to you two Muppets.
I don't mind being the Muppet, the two vultures. Remember those two? From the Muppet Show.
I just want to be the old guys that just kind of make fun of everything.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the vultures. The vultures were like that.
Mm-hmm.
Weren't they lawyers or something like that? I don't remember. They were awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Sadler and Waldorf. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
That's our new thumbnail. We'll we'll get the AI version of us. We'll ask AI to do a version of us as Sadler and Waldorf. It'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, he explained his opinion about the company that bought the assets and not the liabilities.
That's why I'm saying it may have been him.
Yeah.
He seemed to know quite a bit about that whole asset and liability part.
And all his $9.
Yeah. I think there's a lot more zeros after that. And so he was just like, you guys owe me the company because Statler, yes.
There you go. That's awesome.
That's funny. Well, we should get ready to wrap here.
We should.
I gotta wake up super early.
Yuck.
Oh man, what is this AliExpress?
What?
I showed that in your. Oh, I was showing it. Luckily on their website. I will show you after we get off what the suggested related items to the Injora IC pickup hard body
yikes
advertisement are. Oh my goodness.
I don't. In my feed the other day, it was like, I'll tell you about it later.
It is called Happy Girls Special Water.
All right. Maybe we should drop ship that to MSN HD headquarters.
I hope you will have errors. Too good. It was so funny. I was watching the his live stream. I had to watch the last part of it later. But he was talking about how he used the Chat GPT to come up with the tire and combos for the mini thing, and the algorithm that he put in to have it make a spreadsheet with this list and down to the 10th percent and or no, like decimal, like yeah. Anyway, he had a whole crazy thing that, and then it built it out for him, and then he just basically put Scramblers as the last one. But it made some pretty interesting off-road tire names that weren't terrible.
Yeah.
I would wonder if Enjord uses that technology for naming their tires.
Yeah.
So
that's funny.
But yeah. It was good. Well, I don't have much else. So this week I'll probably just comp. I might be comping 3 things. I'll probably do class 3, 18th scale, and then 10th scale.
Nice.
So we haven't hit our fall peak yet, or winter peak. So summer kind of dies out because people are at the lake, at the sand dunes, they're doing crazy stuff. So come winter, it's going to get nuts again.
Yep.
But that's all I got.
I'm racing.
You're racing.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Well, go flood the comments of the Scale News update, you guys.
Hashtag
MSNHD.
your source of fake news.
Yes. RC fake news. I'll see you there in about 5 minutes.
Yeah. Adios.
Don't make me be the only one. See you
Yeah.
guys.